It's too bad you can't post longer videos on TikTok. Since TikTok shows, more people videos, typically speaking. That's if you're usually shopping around superficial fluff. Otherwise, you're censored like me. But just the same, I'd rather leave videos that teach you something which you can't knock out in 10 minutes. You can't fucking show people all these angles in 10 minutes. I've bullet pointed things before, and I've streamlined it. I've scratched out a bunch of fucking figures on the board, but the problem is you gotta walk people through how to build it up. Think of a super complex equation and just leaving that on the board and telling people, "Do you get that?" It's kind of like that. It's a crap analogy, but I think it helps a hell of a lot more to walk people through and give them pointers, which is what I intend to do one day when I find people who are willing to build stuff up and know how to think for themselves and all that other stuff. If that ever happens, which it looks pretty grim, but back to point, it'd be neat if you could leave longer videos on TikTok. I mean, it's by design. It's based on the censorship campaigns. It has to do with the war on words. It has to do with doing away with attention spans. It's divisive shit. And the wild thing is you see it in terms of social engineering platforms, duds call social media, in terms of America. The District of Columbia, the bottom of the trilateral city-states, the military-industrial complex, the ones that they moderate. You could think of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, which are the same fucking thing. And then that's under the disgusting umbrella of metaverse now, which is ridiculous. Look up what meta means. It's not good. It's a dead universe of horse shit. And some of the others. YouTube, I think, falls into that category too. The funny thing is then you got TikTok. That's China. China runs TikTok. And it doesn't come up much, which is interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah. But it does explain why there's shit on all of the posts. There's extra shit that you don't need on all of the posts on TikTok. It would just be neat. This is a bunch of wishful thinking. What if I had wings? Well, I don't, and I never will. But that's what I'm rattling off at the moment. What was I about to say? Fuck. I had it. I think I lost it. Will I get it back? I'm thinking about it. I was just thinking it would be amazing if there was a platform, not a social engineering platform, not social media in that regard, what it was designed to do, mislead people. It'd be neat if decent people had a mom and pop platform that wasn't clunky and had servers that could sustain, large orders of traffic. That would be fucking amazing. One that didn't promote censorship. That would be amazing. Freedom of speech, by definition, for the people, by the people. I mean, that's what we need. That's what should exist. And by all rights, by 2023, that's what would exist if people didn't have their heads up their ass and they were actually thinking for themselves. Something to stew on.